Hello, it is Jenny from Ginger Ninja Crafts. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I am here with my Tag Tuesday video. Now, Tag Tuesday was started by Shirley from Handmade with Shirley, and anybody can join in. You just have to use the hashtag. And if you share on, you can share on social media or on YouTube, whatever you like. So this tag that I'm going to make today is very autumnal, I'm hoping, and it's inspired by a couple of crafters, by Shirley and the card she made last week where she did some stamping with distress oxides, which I don't think I've ever done, and also by Sabine over at Crossy Keys Crafts, who did some die cut leaves using, amongst other things, alcohol inks. I will link both of the videos that inspired this video so you can check them out if you haven't. But first of all, what I'm going to do is just put some inkiness onto my tag. So I've just cut this out of, I think it's maybe 300 GSM. So yeah, I've not made tags for ages, and then this is the third, I think, in 3 weeks. I did the paper and twine tag, and then I did Tag Tuesday last week, I want to say. Right, let me put that aside. I don't want to do too much strong colours, but maybe I'll just do a little bit of this. Ugh, it's a bit strong. Okay. If in doubt, have a wee blot while it's still. That's better. That's better. I'll just. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. What are you up to? It is a nice sunny morning here, which is always nice. So just, I don't want to do too much on here. I'm going to pause it and I'm going to dry it. So it's a wee bit warped because it was so wet, but I can always mount it on some card at the end if I want to flatten it a wee bit and put it in a book or something. Now I've got this stamp set that I got a couple of years ago maybe, and I quite like, well, I like the pumpkins and I like this sort of wheat, is that what it is? And I like these little acorns. I like all of it really, but I thought maybe trying the ink, the distress oxide, like so for the background. That's just, now what did Shirley do? Did she spritz it lightly? Maybe I should have watched that video again. I think. Oops. Okay, let's. Oh, not sure I can really pick up what it is, but I get the effect. Maybe I will do some pumpkins or something. Yeah, maybe that's too sort of detailed. I thought I had some nice leaf stamps, and I've got lots of leaf dies, but I'm trying to not see that as a shopping opportunity though, because you know what I'm like. So there's a little bit of, I don't know if you know what that is. I don't know, but I'm just gonna let's try it with this wee pumpkin. Okay. Oh, that's a bit better. That's definitely a sort of a pumpkinish effect. There, maybe a wee bit up here. I think that's pretty nice. I don't know if this is how it's supposed to be, but anyway, I quite like that, like so. I wonder if I do, there are some teeny weeny little leaves here. That's just an outline. I don't think the outline's very good. This is more, a bit more solid. So maybe second. Okay, I think I'm stamped enough there, I think. So I am going to get this dried off, and then I'm going to have a little look, and I'm going to insert the clip of me making my alcohol inky papers. So I've just got a craft mat here which has already been stained from using alcohol inks before, and I'm gathering my inks out. I keep them in this box that seals so that if they spill, it doesn't come out the box, and if they smell, it doesn't come out of the box. So I'm just using some alcohol inks. Some of them are Ranger, some of them are a different make. And I've got some blending solution, and I've got that big squeezy air puffer thing. And this first one I'm doing on Yupo, which is a sort of plasticky paper, which is really good for alcohol inks. They move around beautifully on it, but it is a wee bit expensive. So there we go. I have regretted since I started putting that dark green on, because it just kind of dominates. But anyway, I kept going, and I kept adding different colours in, and yeah, see what it ends up with. I even tried to kind of lift some of it with that kitchen towel, but you can see the effect though. It's really interesting. So that is the Yupo. Now the other medium that Sabine used was washi, so here we go with some washi. I've put it down, and the surface is still wet underneath, so I have to pop the kitchen roll underneath. I think it definitely doesn't move about quite as well as on the Yupo, but it's pretty good, and it is a really nice effect with that sort of transparency of the washi. So yeah, I've stayed well clear of that dark green on this one, and I think it's much nicer. So that is what I did. So my alcohol inks are dry, so I thought I would show you. Now the first one, actually I prefer it on the screen than I do in person. It's awfully dark, but maybe I can use this bit. I think the dark green was a mistake. So that was on the Yupo paper. This is on the vellum. And then I did another couple. So this is another one on vellum. And this is the other one on the Yupo, which I much prefer. See, without the dark green, that totally dominated it. I think the difference between the vellum and the Yupo, I think it moves around better on the Yupo, and I used that big blower thing to kind of blow it around and add a bit more. So I'm going to go and cut some leaves out, and then we can put the tag together. Okay, so my tag is nice and dry, and I like the effect. I think you can tell those are sort of pumpkins. And then I have cut some leaves, and these bigger ones, I think this was maybe a Crafter's Companion die set, came with the vein to cut as well. I cut that out of a sort of an old gold because I thought they needed a little bit of definition. So now I need to try and figure out what I'm going to do on my tag. I think maybe I want some words as well, and I've got this. It's a die set with stamps from Crafter's Companion, and this one has got leaves are falling, autumn is calling. There's a bit of glue on my hand, and so I thought I might use that. But where I'm going to put that, I don't know. Maybe down there. Some of these, I really like the effect of the alcohol ink. I've not used my alcohol inks for ages. I'm so grateful to Sabine for the reminder. That's quite a nice one. Yeah, maybe I will pop that on there. A black ink to make it stand out. And then maybe I'll do a little doodly around the tag, and then I need to put in my hole, of course. It's just a bit. Warped, isn't it? Leaves are falling, autumn is calling. Thing to make a hole. Let's do the larger one. That's not bad for the centre. Okay. Now I've got a black pen somewhere. I can't draw a straight line and talk at the same time. That's definitely too much. Cool. Ugh, I know I would do a little. Okay, well that's. I like to do a little scribbly bit anyway. So that's as good a place as any to start doing the scribbly bits. Right, so what did I have? I had a wee one in this corner. Is that one? They do have a wee bit of white on them, but I think that's okay. What have I got? I like that colour. Or is that too similar to that one? Let's do this. That one, and then maybe one. I think this one. Like that. Okay. So this, I think maybe all the leaves are from Crafter's Companion sets. I'm not sure, but I think they maybe are. So you don't really see the pumpkin shapes, but I think it's nice. It's sort of like a watercolor kind of background, I think. Now, can you guess what I'm going to go and get? Yep, if you said Nouveau Drops, you're right. Okay, I found this little bit of trim, so I thought I might use, might be too thick for, I wonder, might be, okay, so let's chop that there. Okay, so that's that. I can keep these leaves for, something else, some Saved by the Bin or something. Right, so I've got a sort of, what is this called? This is the Glitter Drops and Golden Sunset. Or I've got this gold, which is called Mustard Gold. That's like a rose gold. I don't think that's right. Or I've got this orangey one. It's called Ripened Pumpkin. Or what one did I get with the tonic? Was it this? Orange Marmalade. Was it? Yeah. I think maybe this. Let me try it on a wee scrappy. Yeah, maybe a bit of that. Just dot it around. So that's that. Now what's this one? A few people were saying they don't get on very well with their Nouveau drops or whatever. I think the key is to always do a wee test. And see, that one did a wee tail. So I'm just gonna pick it up with my pokey tool. So just a wee bit of that. That one's not so good. Maybe they get a bit old. And then maybe a little. And to get the tiny ones, just literally have it kind of on the tiniest little bit out on the bottle tip, and don't squeeze it anymore, really. So there we go. Leaves are falling, autumn is calling. So thank you so much to Sabine from Cross Keys Crafts and to Shirley from Handmade by Shirley for their inspiration. As I say, the videos that inspired me will be linked below, and if you don't follow those ladies, you really should, because they are both so creative and so talented, and they seem thoroughly lovely people as well. So thanks so much for watching. Take care. I will be back tomorrow with a Wing It Wednesday video. So thank you very much. Take care. Bye.